Good evening, everyone. We are excited to be able to offer the community an opportunity to deal with Shaimos, to deal with items that require proper Jewish burial, sometimes referred to as geniza. The name of God, Hashem's name, is very, very holy and must be treated with the utmost of respect. And therefore, if a person has an object which has Hashem's name on it, it must be taken care of properly. The word Shaimos literally means names. There are 7 names of Hashem that when we encounter them, we have to make sure that we treat them properly. And if we are going to get rid of those objects which have Hashem's name, then we have to arrange for proper burial. In reality, there are 4 categories of religious objects. There are those things which are themselves Kedusha or Kisvei Kodesh. They are inherently holy, a Sefer Torah, a mezuzah, tefillin. A person has an object like tefillin or a mezuzah. Such objects must be put into Shaimos, they must be put into geniza. Because they are so inherently holy, they actually should be wrapped up individually before being placed into Shaimos. Originally, this concept only applied to items that were written. In later years, objects that were originally oral, such as the Mishnah, the Gemara, other areas of Torah, were not written, were not printed. In later times, we of course know that these objects have become printed. If a person has a siddur with torn pages, a Gemara that's worn out, so then that too requires proper disposal. It needs to be put into Shaimos. It does not need to be put into its own bag. Then we have items that are themselves not necessarily inherently holy at the same level. They're not ksuvim, they're not kedusha, but they are called tashmishe kedusha, things that house that which is holy or service that which is holy. So for example, if we have an Aron Kodesh that is in a state of disrepair, one cannot simply throw the planks out. They have to be put into Shaimos. I once had a situation where I was involved with a shul that was moving, and they had an old Aron Kodesh, and it was in a very bad state of disrepair, and they broke it down to its various pieces and put it into geniza. If you have a tefillin bag that actually directly holds the tefillin, so yes, if it's in a state of disrepair, that should go into Shaimos. However, there is an additional category called tashmishe kedusha, such as plastic bags for talesim, tefillin, the nails that are used to put up mezuzah cases. Those things do not require geniza. They don't have to be put into Shaimos. And therefore, items such as these should be discarded in a respectful manner. Namely, they should be put in their own bag and then thrown out. One should not take items such as these and put them together with eggshells and fish skins and throw them in garbage like that, but they don't need to be put into Shaimos. We have an additional category called tashmishe mitzvah, those things that are used for a mitzvah. So for example, a lulav is used for the purpose of a mitzvah. Tzitzis are used for the purpose of a mitzvah. Tashmishe mitzvah do not require geniza. When you come to drop off things for the Shaimos drop off, do not bring old lulavim, old tzitzis, old menorahs. Take those items, and again, in their own packaging, you are able to discard of those items. Some examples of things that do not require burial: Jewish calendars, Jewish periodicals, papers that happen to have Hebrew writing on them, yarmulkes, CDs about holy things, Havdalah candles. These items do not require geniza, and they should not be put into Shaimos. If one has any photocopies or pieces of paper where there are full, complete thoughts of Torah on them, so then those items should be included in Shaimos. But if there are things that were written for the purpose of one-time readings and are intended to be discarded and they don't have the name of Hashem, they too can be put into their own packaging and be discarded without being put into Shaimos. We look forward to helping you when the Shaimos drive happens. A flyer has gone out. We ask that you please respect the conditions that are stated on the flyer. Please do not come to the shul and just randomly drop off bags and boxes of Shaimos. It costs us money to take care of your Shaimos. To just simply leave things at the doorstep of the shul is wholly inappropriate. Please only come at the designated times. Please be aware of the pricing associated with the discarding of Shaimos, and please bring only those items which require proper disposal. May we be indeed zocha to preserve the name of Hashem and to see His full glory manifest at the time of the Geula Shlema. May it come b'meher v'yameinu. Amen.